Hi everyone. In this problem of evaluate division, we are given an array of variable pairs, an array of real number values, where equation I is A of I and B. So basically, right, if I go through this entire problem statement, right, we would be given some values of variable and what, let's say A and B. What would be the corresponding value? Similarly, there would be another B comma C, and what would be its value? And I can run some queries and I have to print the result. Now, this problem can look a little bit of intuitive as it's not very easy to come up with, but at the same time, right, this problem can be easily solved using a graph. Let us take this example of 2. I think it's more elaborate and I can explain you. See, I have two values A and B. So I can say A and B. So the value of A and B, there I can add an age, and that age is going to have a value of 1.5. Similarly, there is another value B and C. So I can say B and C, and the value is 2.5. Now there is another value which is B and C. So B and C is altogether a different node and which has a value of CD, which has a value of 5.0. Now I am running an query A and C. A and C. This is the first query. So from how can I reach from A to C? I can go from A to B and then B to C. So it would be 1.5 because it's an multiplication, right? So 1.5 into 2.5, it is going to be, I can say A to B and then B to C equal to 1.5 multiplied by 2.5, which is going to be 3.75. Then there is C to B. C to B. How is it going to work? So we know, right? There is an age from B to C, but there is nothing called from C to B. Actually, there is. So if I have to go from C to B, right, it would be like 1 divided by the current value. So 1 divided by 2.5. So if I do 1 divided by 2.5, right, I am going to get a value of 0.4. Similarly, there is another BC to CD, BC to CD, which is having a value, as you know, right, is having a value of 5. And then there is again CD to BC. So it would be easily be 1 divided by 5, which is going to be 0.2. So if I'm going on this direction, right, is 5.0. If I'm going in this direction, it would be 1 divided by 5.0. Similarly, right, it would be 1 divided by 1.5 if I'm going from B to A. Now suppose there is another value which is x and x. Okay. In case it is there, in this case it's not there, right? So x and x does not exist in our current graph that we have created, right? So in that case, I can simply return 1.0 and that would be the output. So in this way, right, is going to work. And there could be multiple ages. There can be also something, right? It can form a cycle, right? So you have to create a visited set to solve it. So if I jump to the Python solution, things are going to get very, very clearer. But one thing to notice, right, we have to, after seeing this, right, we have to ensure some way by which, right, we can create a hash set to store our values. And how we are going to do that, we are going to see it in the Python video. Let me jump over there. Hi everyone. The first thing that we are going to do, right, we are going to import collection. So from collections, import default dict and import dq. Now we are going to create our graph. So our graph would be, or we are going to create the values, right? Our node and the edges, right? So graph is going to be default dict, and inside here, right, we are going to create a kind of a dictionary. So now I am going to say for equations and values, I'm going to take a zip which is going to be of equation and values, equations and values, and I am going to add it to the graph of x and y is going to be our value. Instead of values, let me add value. So right, if let's say for example, if I'm going from a to b, right, the value is, let's say in this case, right, a to b, the value is 1.5. So I'm going to add that to my graph, which is a default dictionary, and then write graph. Let's see, if I'm going to go on a reverse direction, right, from y to x, in that case the value would be 1 divided by value. Let me print the graph to check if it's got executed properly. There are multiple areas in this problem which you need to be very careful while writing the code. It is throwing some error, but as you could see, right, it is been added properly. Now what I am going to do, I am going to create a result which is going to be an empty list. And now for x and y in queries, I'm going to say result dot append, and here I'm going to call a bfs function, and I'm going to pass in the x and y value, and at last I'm going to return my result. Now I've created all of this, right? I have to create a function, so I'm going to say definition bfs, and I'm going to pass an x and y. Once I've created that, right, so the first thing out here to do is basically I'm going to say I'm going to create a queue which is going to be dq, and here I'm going to pass in dq dot append. Here I'm going to pass in the current x value and 1, because anything multiplied by 1 we are going to get that. Then I'm going to add a visited, and which is going to be a set value. So and now I'm going to run the while loop. So while a value is existing in the queue, right, so in that case here I am going to do the value, and let's say not value, let me say because I'm passing the node, right, node comma product, and here I'm going to pop, so q dot pop left, and here once I've done that I'm going to check if node not in, or I can say it in this way, if x not in graph or y not in graph, return -1. So if either of them are not present, right, we can return -1. So if node, or I can say if the current value, right, is equal to y, I can return the product, or I can say for name and value in graph of node dot items. I can add, and here, right, I have to also check or add it to visited, right? So VISI visited dot add my current node if name not in visited. In that case, what I'm going to do, q dot append the value name, and it would be product multiplied by the current value. That is the idea. So, and in case, right, we're not able to find a value out here, so I can say return -1. So it looks pretty simple. Let me run it up. Yeah, I think I made function error, which is BFS. I can also solve it using the depth first search, but for the sake of simplicity, I'm just using BFS out here. As you could see, the code got executed successfully. Let me submit it up. As you could see, it's beating 100% of the submission, so our code is pretty efficient. I can do one thing. I can remove this print statement just for you to see the solution at a one go. Yeah. So here, right, our code is pretty efficient and it is passing all the parameters, and it has been solved pretty easily using a graph-based solution. So that's all for this video. See you in the next one.